welcome back to Flux Yoga. My name is Daphna. Today we are back with a really lovely and delicious heart opening flow. So you will need a set of blocks for this practice, so you can go ahead and grab them right now as we will be starting the practice with them. So you want to set the blocks up in a T shape. So at the back of your mat, you are setting up one block on its second level horizontally, so with the kind of length of the short end of the mat. And then the second block will go onto its first level vertically underneath that block with the length of the long end of the mat. So you're creating kind of the letter T with your blocks. And then to lie back, you want the lower end of that bottom block to come to the middle of your spine. So not all the way at the lower part of the back, not at the bra strap, so not that high up, but right in the middle of the back. You'll lie back onto it. And then the top of the block kind of rests somewhere around the shoulder blades. And I'm actually really glad that I set it up like this, because as you can see, this block is the top block is meant to support the head. So if it's just kind of landing in the middle of your neck, just grab a hold of that block and readjust it so that you are comfortably setting yourself up on the head. And then we'll go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together and the knees apart for Supta Baddha Konasana with the legs, or reclined or supine bound angle. And you can allow the arms just to rest easily along the body, and the palms will face up. Starting with a couple of cleansing breaths, let's close down the eyes here. Take a nice big breath in from the nose. And a big sigh out through the mouth. A big breath in from the nose. Big sigh out. And again, an inhale. And an exhale. Sealing the lips and breathing in and out through the nose. And just allow yourself in this moment to connect to your body in a way that allows you to set aside whatever has happened up until this point in your day, to set aside any expectations that you have of your body, and to connect with the heart. To connect with a sense of love that you have towards yourself. Allow the next practice, the next amount of time that you have on your mat, to be a love letter to yourself. We'll take an inhale here, stretch the arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Grab opposite elbows, place the right arm in front of the left arm. We'll take an inhale to lift the shoulder blades up and out of place. Exhale to reach the arms all the way back here, past the head and past the block. Whether you touch the ground with the forearms or not is completely kind of up to the range that you have in your shoulders, and absolutely nothing is necessary here. I want to invite you just to breathe into the expansion that you are feeling in the shoulders and in the heart. Notice how the block is applying a little bit of pressure into the upper back, and just breathe here for just another 2. One more big breath in. And with your inhale, we'll stretch the arms back up, unraveling the hold of the elbows. Exhale, grab opposite elbows again. This time the left arm will come in front of the right. Lift the shoulders up and out of place, and we'll once again reach the arms back behind the head and behind the blocks, breathing into the space in the shoulders and the shoulder blades and the armpits, and even the expansion that you might be feeling in the rib cage here. We'll take a deep breath in and a breath out. A breath in and a breath out. With your next inhale, reach the arms all the way back up, unraveling the hold of the elbows. Slowly begin to blink the eyes open as the hands reach down towards the knees to help the knees pull in towards one another. Slowly roll over one side to roll off of those blocks with control and slowly, and then press yourself up into a seat. So we are going to keep one block at the back of the mat and then keep the other block at the front of the mat. Just in case you feel like you need one at the back of the mat, further along in our practice, we will need the block that's at the front of the mat. So from here, let's come into a tabletop position. The palms of the hands are underneath the shoulders, the knees are underneath the hips. We'll take an inhale for cat-cow, belly drops, tail lifts, gaze lifts. Exhale, round into the spine and push the ground away. 2 more, inhale, drop belly, lift tail, lift gaze. Exhale, round the spine and push the ground away. And once more, inhale, belly drops, tail lifts, gaze lifts. Exhale, round into the spine and push the ground away. Come into a neutral spine as you take an inhale here. Exhale, extend the right leg all the way back behind you and reach your left hand all the way forward. Let's take a deep breath in right here. Exhale, round and curl, squeeze the elbow in towards the knee. With your inhale, stretch in opposite directions. Exhale, begin to bend the right knee as you reach back with the left hand to tap the right foot. Inhale to re-extend. Exhale, squeeze the elbow towards the knee. Inhale to re-extend. Exhale, reach back to tap the foot with the left hand. One more time. Inhale, stretch in opposite directions. Exhale, squeeze elbow to knee. Inhale, reach in opposite directions. Exhale, grab the foot this time and kick the foot into the hand. We'll breathe here for 3. Look towards the top lip of your mat and start to puff your chest forward. Breathe here for 2. Really, really nice. Let's take one more inhale. Exhale, slowly squeeze elbow towards knee. With your next inhale, reach in opposite directions. Exhale, plant the hand and the knee back onto the ground. 1 round of cat-cow just to rinse out the spine. Inhale, drop belly, lift tail, lift gaze. Exhale, round the spine, push the ground away. Inhale for a neutral spine. Exhale, kick your left leg forward. Inhale, reach the right hand all the way forward. We'll take a big breath in. Exhale, squeeze elbow to knee. Inhale to re-extend. Exhale, bend the knee to reach back and tap the foot with your right hand. Inhale to re-extend in opposite directions. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale to re-extend. Exhale, bend knee, tap foot. Inhale one last time to reach in opposite directions. Exhale, squeeze elbow to knee. Inhale to re-extend. Exhale, reach back and grab the foot. Kick the foot into the hand. Look to the top lip of your mat. Press your chest forward for another 3. Good. Breathe here, another 2. 1 more inhale. And as you exhale, you gently unravel by squeezing and crunching the elbow to the knee. Inhale in opposite directions. Exhale, rest hand and knee onto the ground. We'll take an inhale to rinse out the spine for cow pose. Belly drops, tail lifts, gaze lifts. Exhale, round into the spine. Push the ground away. Come into a neutral spine, inhale. Tuck the toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press the sits bones up and back. And just take a moment here. Pedal out through the legs. Kind of get in touch with your body again. Really nice. We'll take a deep inhale where we are and a big breath out. Three-legged dog. Inhale, reach your right leg all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, round and curl, knee to nose. Step the foot between the hands, high crescent lunge. Inhale, stretch the arms all the way up and overhead. Exhale, grab opposite elbows overhead here. We'll take an inhale to lift up through the pull of the elbows, up and back. Nice deep bend in that right knee. Take an inhale to puff the chest up towards the ceiling. Exhale to pull the forearms a little further back. Take an inhale, keep the arms as they are. Exhale, drop the back heel down, setting up for a warrior two shape with the legs. Inhale where you are. Exhale, reverse the warrior, keep the arms as they are. Keep the deep bend in the right knee. Encourage a long line through the right side of the body and peek underneath the right elbow. We'll take an inhale right here. Exhale, think of side angle as the forearms point to the front of the room or point to the space in front of you, and you allow yourself to peek underneath that left arm. We'll take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Lower your hands to frame the right foot. Swivel all 10 toes to face the long edge of the mat for a wide-legged forward fold. Inhale for your half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale for your half lift. Stretch the arms out. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind the back. Take a big breath in to really stretch the arms behind you. Try to clasp the palms. Exhale, fold forward and over the legs. We'll breathe here for just another 2. Really nice. Let's take another deep breath in. Deep breath out. Beautiful. Lower the hands to the lower back as you inhale. Exhale, lower the hands to the ground. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, spin the whole body to frame the right foot and step right foot back to meet the left. High plank, hold for the inhale. Exhale with control, lower the whole entire body down to the ground. Untuck your toes, keep the legs active, squeeze through the tush and pull the kneecaps off of the ground. Inhale here. Exhale, Cobra to lift the chest. Feel as though your hands are dragging back. Let's do that 2 more times. With your inhale, lower your chest and take a step back with your hands. Exhale, peel the chest forward as you drag the hands back. Inhale to come all the way back down. Exhale, hands will take a step back as you exhale to peel the chest up and off the ground. Breathe for another 2. 1 more inhale. And exhale, slowly make your way down and press yourself up and back into a downward facing dog. Let's take a deep breath in right here. And a deep breath out. Good. Inhale the left leg up for three-legged dog. Exhale, round and curl that knee to your nose. Step the foot between your hands. High crescent lunge, stretch the arms all the way up and overhead. Grab opposite elbows overhead here. With your inhale, tilt the chest up towards the ceiling. So find a nice deep bend in that left knee and really peel the chest open. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. With your inhale, keep the arms bound. Drop the back heel down, setting up for a warrior two shape with the legs. You'll take an inhale right where you are. Keep the deep bend in the left knee. Exhale, think of reverse warrior as the right elbow kind of dips down and the left elbow lifts up. Look underneath that left elbow. We'll take a big breath in, big breath out. Big breath in, big breath out. Through side angle, keep the elbows bound overhead. Nice deep bend in the left knee. Really gaze up from underneath that right arm. Breathe for another 2. Good. One more inhale. Gently unravel the hands, frame the left foot, step the left foot back into a high plank, hold for the inhale. Exhale, lower your knees nice and slow to the mat. Puppy dog pose, the arms will stretch all the way forward here. Melt your chest, chin, or forehead towards the mat. We'll breathe here for another 3. Breathe here another 2. And let's take one more inhale. Beautiful. Shift forward, keep the forearms on the ground, come down to the belly and the hips in a sort of sphinx shape with the body. However, we'll come to lie completely on the belly, and this is where we will be using our block that's in front of us or beside us. Grab a hold of that block between your hands. Now we're lifting up into some locust lifts. I want your feet to be completely glued to the ground. So you can keep them wide, you can keep them together, whatever feels better for your body. The arms are reaching overhead to grab a hold of that block. The forehead comes down to the ground, squeeze the tush, keep your knees lifted from the mat as the legs stay active. You'll take an inhale here. With your exhale, lift the block, arms, chest, head off of the ground. Inhale to bring everything back down. Let's repeat that 2 more times. Exhale, lift block, arms, chest, head off the ground. Inhale. And for the last time, you lift and hold. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. Lift the block a little higher. Lift for 1 and release it all the way down. Place one forearm over the other, forehead on the top forearm, and gently rock the hips from side to side. Really, really good. Beautiful. Coming into some half floor bows. Let's walk the forearms underneath the shoulders, so back into that sort of sphinx shape. Let's bend into the right knee. Keep your left arm as it is. If you want a little bit more support, you can kind of angle your left hand towards the right hand. So your left forearm will kind of be at a diagonal with your chest. Reach back with your right hand and grab the right foot. Good. Now plug the left shoulder into place, kick the right foot into the right hand, maybe float your left foot off of the ground if that feels accessible. If that feels like a little too much, lower the foot back down. You have the option of staying right here, option to lift the left foot if it felt good, and option to stretch your left arm forward as you breathe here for 3, 2, 1. If you lifted the left arm, rest it down. If you lifted the left leg, rest it down. Release the bind of right hand and right foot. Place one forearm over the other, forehead to that top forearm. Let's take a big breath in and a big breath out. A big breath in, big breath out. Really good. Again, let's come into that sphinx shape. The elbows, forearms are underneath your shoulders. Again, right forearm can kind of angle itself in a diagonal with the chest so that the hand is sort of reaching towards the left hand. Bend it to the left knee, reach back with your left hand and grab the foot. Plug the right shoulder into place, kick left foot into left hand. You have the option of staying here, or if you did last time, lift the right leg. And if you did last time, lift the right arm. Breathe for 3. Keep lifting, kicking up. Breathe for 2. Reach up, stretch up. 1 more. Exhale, right arm will lower first, and then the right leg, and then you disconnect between left hand and left foot. 1 more time, stack one forearm over the other, forehead on the top forearm. And taking just a couple of breaths here to regulate through the breath. Inhale through the nose. From the nose, exhale. Another breath in. And a breath out. Really good. Palms of the hands We'll come underneath the shoulders. Let's press ourselves back into a downward dog, taking our final little sequence here. Just give yourself a moment to breathe. Inhale and exhale. So nice. Reach the right leg up as you take a deep breath in. Exhale, step the right foot through, low lunge, drop the back knee to the ground. We'll take an inhale, stretch the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, sweep the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, take a deep breath to really stretch the fists down the back of the left thigh. Keep your inner thighs hugging towards one another and keep your chest puffing up towards the ceiling. We'll take another big breath in right here and a big breath out. Good. Bend the elbows and bring the fists towards the left hip. Inhale, reach your left hand up as you keep your right hand where it is. Exhale, exalt, look over the right shoulder as you find a really gentle twist here. We'll take another big breath in, big breath out, big breath in. Exhale, lower your left hand down to the ground. Place your right hand on the right knee, tuck your left toes under, lift the left knee, and then you're going to step your left knee forward, setting up for Janu Shirshasana on the ground. So that left knee is bent, left shin is looking to the front of the mat, and the right leg will extend all the way forward. We'll take an inhale to stretch the arms up overhead, and an exhale to fold over the right leg. So good. Let's breathe here for another 2. Beautiful. Let's take another big breath in, big breath out. With your next inhale, let's come all the way back up into a seat, stretch the arms up. Exhale, reach the fingertips forward as the left knee hugs into the chest. The right knee will hug into the chest as well. Navasana, boat pose, float your feet off of the mat. Breathe here for 3. Breathe here for 2. Breathe here for 1. Exhale, cross your ankles, press into the feet, hands to the ground, and let's step back into a downward facing dog. Really good. Let's take a deep breath and round through the spine like you're shifting forward into a high plank. And as we exhale, look forward, bend the knees, tilt your sits bones to the ceiling as you wave it back. That's a spinal wave. Let's do that 2 more times. With your inhale, round into the spine like you're shifting forward into a high plank. Exhale, look forward, bend the knees, tilt the sits bones to the sky, and wave your chest back. 1 more time. Inhale, round through the spine as you wave it forward into a high plank. Exhale, bend the knees, tilt the sits bones back as you wave it back. Really good. Inhale, the left leg stretches up to the ceiling. Exhale, squeeze the knee in, step the foot between your hands. Lower the right knee down in that low lunge, untuck the right toes. Inhale, arms stretch all the way up overhead. And exhale, sweep the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, squeeze the palms tight as you draw the fists down towards the right thigh. Try to hug the inner thighs together. Really encourage the chest to lift up towards the ceiling. We'll take a big breath in, big breath out. Another inhale and exhale. Good. Find a bend in the elbows as you bring those fists over to the right hip. You'll release the right hand, keep the left hand right on the hip, reach the right arm high. Look over your left shoulder as you find a twist here, exalting gently in the shape. We'll take just another 2. Good. 1 more big breath in. Exhale, lower your right hand to the ground. Place your left hand on the left knee. Tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee, and then step the right shin forward. Extend your left leg all the way forward. So setting up for Janu Shirshasana on the second side. Sole of the right foot is on the inside of the left thigh. Right knee is open to the right. Inhale, stretch your arms up high. And exhale, fold over that left leg. And we'll breathe here for just another 2. Deep breath in. So good. Come back up into a seat as you inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, pull the right knee in, stretch the fingertips forward, pull the left knee in. One more time for that Navasana boat pose. Float your feet from the ground as you hold for 3, for 2, for 1. Set the soles of the feet at hips distance here, coming into reverse tabletop. Fingertips face forward as the palms of the hands plant into the ground gently behind you, just underneath the shoulders. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as you inhale, squeeze the tush. Exhale, lift the hips from the ground. Option to look forward towards the navel, up towards the ceiling, or extend your gaze to the space behind you as you breathe for just another 2. One more breath in. Look forward as you inhale. Exhale, lower the bum all the way down. We'll stretch the fingertips out in front of us as we inhale. Exhale, lower down as slowly as you can onto the back. Really control that movement. Really good. So now that we are on the back, we will explore our bridge and the option to explore our full wheel. Okay, so let's walk the feet in to the glutes. So just a little bit closer to the glutes, but keep them at hips distance. If you know that you have a very tender lower back, but you want to start to explore back bends, I encourage you bring your feet a little bit wider than hips distance, okay? We'll start with the bridge pose. Arms long along the body, palms face down, fingers face towards the feet. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards one another. Take a deep breath, squeeze the tush. Exhale, lift the hips. You have the option of staying here. If you want to stay here in your bridge, you can keep the arms where they are, and you can also interlace the fingers behind the back and walk the shoulder blades in towards one another, encouraging your chest closer to your chin. But if you want to explore your full wheel, we can lift up into full wheel here by bending the elbows and placing the hands just kind of underneath the shoulders. You'll take an inhale as you push into the feet. Exhale, press into the hands to lift the chest. And you'll breathe in whatever back bend you've chosen to take for another 3. Breathe another 2. And one more big breath in. And as you exhale, slowly begin to unravel yourself. If you're in that full wheel, you'll tuck your chin to your chest so that you can roll onto the back, one vertebra at a time. And let's take a happy baby here. Squeeze the knees to the chest, grab for the outer edges of the feet, and slowly come into that happy baby shape. The knees stay bent as the soles of the feet look up to the ceiling, and gently rock from side to side, massaging into the lower back. Really nice work. Really nice job. Remember that back bends can be quite intense for most people. So if that felt really deep, just allow yourself to breathe through it. Really good. Beautiful. Slowly bring the heels back through center, the knees back through center, and drop your knees over to the left side. Reach the right arm over to the right side and your twist. Breathe as you look over the right shoulder. Let's take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. A deep breath in, deep breath out. And again, another inhale, exhale. Slowly bring the knees back through center and drop them over to the right. Reach the left arm to the left and look over your left shoulder in that twist for another 3. Another 2. And then one more big breath in. Slowly pull the knees back in through center. Give yourself one final hug here, one final squeeze. And then we'll gently set the soles of the feet onto the ground and extend one leg at a time all the way out in front of you. If you prefer to keep your knees bent, if your lower back is just feeling all of the work that we've done through our back bends today and you want to back off of it a little bit, you can keep a bend in the knees and allow the knees to kind of knock in towards one another. That will help release any tension you might be feeling in the lower back. But otherwise, feel free to extend the legs here and allow the arms to just rest along the body. We'll take a big breath from the nose and a sigh out from the mouth. And just allow yourself to be connected to your body here for a couple of seconds as we wind on down from our practice. Just notice how and where you are feeling what you are feeling in your body. Without judgment, without criticism, just allow yourself to check in with yourself. Just allow yourself to take inventory of your heart, your mind, and your breath. You've given yourself the gift of moving through, flowing through the body throughout your whole entire practice, connecting to your heart, and kind of giving your body this love letter in the form of movement. And so as you lie back here, I invite you to take in all of the energy around you. Slowly start to wiggle the fingers and the toes, taking any movements that feel good in your body right here and right now. Start to bend your knees in towards the body and roll into a fetal position on one side, allowing yourself just to begin to transition from your final resting pose in the rest of your day. When you feel like you're ready, let's meet in a comfy seat, collecting the palms of the hands at your heart. Taking one final cleansing breath from the nose and sighing it out. Inhale the thumbs to your third eye, recognizing mind, intellect, intuition. Exhale, bow the chin to the chest, recognizing light, life, and love within. Thank you so much for taking this time to move your body, to connect to your breath, and to kind of open up your heart a little bit. For most of us, these kind of heart openers and these deeper back bends can feel quite intense, and they can really feel like a lot of work. So thank you for trusting me and guiding you through that. I hope that you feel a little lighter in your heart and a little bit more open in your body. If you enjoyed this class, please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and maybe even share it with a friend or a loved one. Thanks again, and I will see you next time.